Hello guys, welcome to Mary's Learning Lounge.
Today we'll be balancing some chemical equation. This is the first equation here. Please follow along. Even if you don't know how to balance an equation before, I'm sure that after this lesson, you are going to know and be able to even teach others. So what does it mean to balance a chemical equation? It simply means to make sure that each type of atom in the two sides of the equation, you make sure that their numbers are equal. It's just as simple as that. When you have carbon, hydrogen, oxygen here, make sure that the number of each of them here is equal to the number of each of them there. You understand? So let's take number one for example. How do we do this? Okay, let's carbon here we have one, hydrogen is four, oxygen is two. This reactant side. Then when we go to the product side, remember that this side is the reactant side and this is the product side. See here, carbon here is one, hydrogen, how many? Is two, and oxygen is two plus this one, three. One thing you should know again when balancing equation is that you don't adjust these subscripts. These things I'm touching now, these are the subscripts. You don't adjust them. You only add coefficients. So when you look at what we've written out, you notice that carbon here and here are balanced. Hydrogen is not balanced. Oxygen is not balanced. So let's start with hydrogen. We have two here, we have four here. How do we make these two to become four? We come here, we add two in front of this. When you add two in front of this, hydrogen becomes four. But what happened? It has affected the number of oxygen because these two, hydrogen and oxygen, are sharing these two. It belongs to each of them. Hydrogen has this two, oxygen also has this two. So what do you do? Because oxygen have changed, oxygen here is two plus two, which is four, and carbon remains one here. You come here, you've already balanced the hydrogen. You notice that oxygen changed. What do we make to this oxygen in order for it to have the same number of this? What we are going to do is to add two, just like we did to that hydrogen. If we add two to this oxygen, it becomes two times two, four. Oxygen becomes four here, hydrogen remains four, and carbon one. When you look at these things, you will notice that it is balanced. You can say that this equation is balanced. Then the second one, P. Phosphorus is four, the reactant side. Hydrogen is two, oxygen. Let's go to the product side. We have phosphorus here is how many? One. Hydrogen here is how many? Three. Oxygen here is four. You can notice that the equation is so unbalanced. Then how do we balance it? First of all, the phosphorus is four here, it is one here. Let us add four in order to make this one four. And when we add four here, remember what we did to the other one? Phosphorus now has four, but it has affected others. Hydrogen here now has four times three, 12. And oxygen now has four times four, 16. So we have to go to this other side, the reactant side, to make sure that what we have there balances up with this. And how do we do it? Phosphorus is already 4, we leave it. Hydrogen is 2. What do we add? What do we make to this 2 to be 12? We multiply by 6. So we are going to add 6 here. When we add 6 here, hydrogen becomes 12, and oxygen, it used to be 11. Now, remember what we did here. Oxygen now has 6 plus this 10, which is 16. Phosphorus remains 4. When you look at this, you find out that this equation is now balanced. Please do this. Leave your answers in the comments.